fancy like Twitch stream where it's just like subscribers pop up and like all the animation pops up and like, you know, the webcam looks dope. But I can't do that. And I'm like trying to figure it out and I have somebody working on it, but it's just like, I don't have that. And then I'm playing like Call of Duty, like with a keyboard or like just on the desktop just feels different and I'm not that good at it, so.
I mean, you can use controller if you're...
No, I do, but the controller, so like I have to use this right here, right?
Right,
and it's just like I can't use my PlayStation controller for whatever reason.
Get an Xbox controller, bro. Come on, son.
I hate Xbox.
You say you got the Xbox.
Come on, son.
Bro, I hate Xbox. Like it's just so bulky and it's just like
I gotta go.
I'm so used to like
goodbye.
It's just
what's with this disrespect right now?
Nah,
bro. I feel if you grew up playing, I grew up playing Xbox, so I'm able and PlayStation. You know, I played them both, so like I'm able to switch. I'm able to switch on both, which is good.
Nah, I grew up playing Xbox and then Xbox 360.
Okay.
And then I didn't play PlayStation 2 at all, or really that much PlayStation 3. But for whatever reason, when PlayStation 4 came out, I just kind of switched.
Wow.
And then I just got so comfortable to that, and then I never went back to Xbox. Smart. Like, cause I felt like Xbox 360 felt like kind of how, I don't know, on the mechanics, whatever. It's just, it felt more familiar to me to go to PlayStation. Those kind of felt for me. And when I try to go to Xbox One, I'm just like, oh, this is just too bulky.
Yeah,
it's a completely different feel. Like, it's just.
What do you think of the PS5 controller then? Because I feel like it's kind of similar.
No, it's super similar. And honestly, I don't play it that much. It's a little slimmer.
It's a little slimmer. Yeah.
And then this part it's not bad either. But I mean, for the most part,
usually the PS4 controller. I feel you.
I just made it, bro.
He just has controllers just like
everywhere.
He said Xbox is like, I got it right here.
I
got my controllers right to my right.
My son has my Twitch. My Switch or whatever it's called, Twitch Switch. Yeah, my son has my Switch. I play Pokemon like a madman.
Oh, okay. As you should.
Oh, bro, it's like I didn't never really played it growing up, and then me and my son got a Switch, and now we kind of just play Pokemon, and we
now you destroy him in 1v1s or what?
All my he's about to graduate kindergarten, so he's like right at that level where he can like read a little bit, but not all the way. So like Pokemon's all reading, so like he has no idea what's going on. He has no idea where to go. It's been months. His Pokemon are like level 20.
I used to love playing with my little cousins because like whenever they used to talk shit, I'm like, say less, bet.
I just understand the game better. I just understand it, and I can read it, and that's the deciding. And I can understand what I'm reading. That's the deciding factor. Because all my Pokemon are level 100s, and like he thinks that he's just gonna throw a Pikachu out there, and it's like, no, I like gonna kill you the water type.
Fucking
violating his son in Pokemon. But
life skills.
Yeah, y'all. Welcome back. Chilling with Villains podcast, episode 117. And we have a very special guest in the building today, Mr. Terrence Ross from the Orlando Magic. Mr. Ross, how you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
So the first rule of thumb when joining the podcast, right, since we're called the Chilling with Villains podcast, you have to set yourself a villain name for the rest of the episode. Any villain in pop culture history, you get to choose it. Or you can make one up if you want to. That's fine too. Maybe you wrote something, a character that you like. Yeah, we had. So it doesn't have to be now if you want some more time, because I know it's a tough decision. Like typically people are like, damn, like I never been asked this question because like usually I'm always always it's a hero. So it's just like, nah, now, you know, we need your villain alter ego.
My villain alter. I want to say Deadpool, but he's kind of like he plays the middle too much. So it's not really it.
I mean,
I would say like I'll go DC to say Slade Wilson and that's. I love the mask. Yeah, like that ninja mask, gunslinging.
Yeah, Deadpool was inspired. Deadpool was inspired by Deathstroke. Exactly. Wade Wilson, Slade Wilson, Deadpool, Deathstroke. They're all similar.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Damn, so what's funny is we know your boy Chris with Uncanny Comic Quest. Well, he changed it now. He rebranded. And he's always like, oh, I don't know if I should post. I'm like, dude, just start posting again. Just do it. Just be consistent. And then like he'll do it for a little bit, and then he'll like stop, and then he'll come back.
Bro, I know exactly me because I did see him. When I saw it, it was like I didn't realize that at first. 'Cause I was like, why do I follow this page? I was like, it's a Hollywood page. It just covers movies, this and that. And I was just like, wait. I was like, oh shit, this is Chris. And I was like, oh, he completely rebranded the whole page. So I was just like, that's dope too. So I mean, yeah, because right now, like Marvel was like he was doing it right when Marvel was like at the peak of its hype. So like for 10 years you can build around that.
So that's what I was gonna say. Like that's when like I first, obviously, like I knew about you because I watch basketball, but I was like, wait, Terrence Ross likes comic books? I was like, because I feel like that and then I remember DeAndre Jordan at one point too. Like he put like hashtag release the Snyder Cut, and I was like, word? Yeah. I was like DeAndre Jordan, because to me it wasn't until like really like Infinity War that I saw like everyone collectively.
For me, it was Black Panther. DeAndre Jordan reposted my post for Black Panther. I was like, oh shit, like he's Black Panther.
I always felt, especially growing up in high school, like I was always just like, let's say I watched like a superhero movie, I never really told nobody that like I was into superheroes like that. I always felt like there was a stigma.
Childish.
Right?
Everybody makes it seem like it's so childish. But no, honestly, bro, I know exactly what you're talking about because when did I start getting into Marvel? Like I saw Iron Man 1, 2, and then I saw like Thor, Captain America, and Incredible Hulk, and then Captain America. I think after like Incredible Hulk, I was just like, when I saw the cutscene from Iron Man at the end of Incredible Hulk, I was like,
oh, this shit
I was like, there's no way. I was like, surely these aren't gonna play out the way it's gonna. And then it started getting more and more. And once I realized what was happening, bro, I like my whole mind was kind of like that, and that set me on the path of like just reading comics. I only watched the movie at first, but then like it kind of launched me into like nothing but comics. Like, you can see now, I got comics back here, bro. I got like
what you got back there? What you got back there?
Let's take a look.
I got some of these.
Damn, that shit is
old
like pristine.
Scarlet, yeah.
Look at that.
And it's signed by the cast, bro.
What a flex.
Olsen twin and then Paul Bettany.
Super flex, bro.
Nice.
That's the flex. Fucking.
Yeah, and then what I got Loki signed by
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Yo, so did you already watch Loki? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Like you already saw the series?
I want to so bad. I can't.
But if you did though, you can DM us stuff so we look like we're smart.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Vintage, bro. Wow. Making my collection look buns.
Does.
You got a collection?
Right.
Oh, I do got a collection. I got some of it up here too. I honestly don't know who this is, but it's like 2 signatures, and it's like a limited edition. Like, it's wild, bro.
Holy.
Wait,
I really don't know. I don't know
who's on this. Like Ben Affleck and I don't know somebody else.
Did Ben Affleck sign his name twice on this?
Oh, Ben. I'll have to text him later.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. So you like, so
I
was
got a whole
it?
bunch of like other Deadpool and X-23 and all types of shit.
That's heat.
So like you were saying, it was because of the movies that you started getting into the comics?
Yeah, that launched me straight into the comics, and then I realized that like,
and then there's no going back, right? It's just like, wow, you're like in love with it. You're like, well,
and it's cool because like there's so many different like versions of stories told, and so many different radiations of just like different characters. And I think the thing I loved about Marvel is the fact that they didn't just stick to one comic. Like, even though like, Iron Man might have had his, nemesis, or he might have, had one comic where he might have had this suit or whatever, they take just a whole bunch of little things and throw them into the Iron Man movie so everybody can kind of enjoy it. So they kind of did that throughout the entire Marvel universe. And I kind of like that now because like all these comic books I done read over the last 7-8 years, like I can see bits and pieces of that all come to life on the big screen. So that was like the one thing I appreciated.
Yeah, dude.
What
they fucking created, like that whole universe is insane. Like it's untouchable.
Wow. It's
really is.
It's crazy because you guys mentioned how like there's a stigma behind comics, and when you guys went to high school, recently like graduating from high school.
Yo, this dude's
a young boy.
He's
a young boy.
First year in college. So like it was the hot thing. Like everybody, all of a sudden, like out of nowhere,
it's the trend now. Like,
Marvel's
a new wave, bro.
Marvel made it like really cool.
They made it cool to like these shows.
They made it cool,
but they also made it like it wasn't just the comic book and the action scenes. Like the acting and the actors and the quality of like acting was actually like real. Like you can't tell me that you did not feel real emotions during like the last maybe 7-8 movies that they put out. because you know where the story arc is starting to come in at, and it was just like
100%.
like all the black like I think I really did get emotional probably I think in Infinity War, and then again in Endgame.
Obviously, Endgame.
Oh,
Everybody was just like,
Yeah.
All you heard in the theater was,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. No, like it was no, it was.
It ranged
People were
from
people were
not just that.
hysterical, bro.
Yeah.
Like in absolute shock. Some people. It was wild. I went to I saw the movie. I think like 3 times in a row. Like literally two times in one day, and then like a few days later, I was like, yeah, I have to keep saying this. I was supposed to go to the premiere of. I was supposed to go to the premiere of Infinity War. They invited me, like Marvel invited me to like the red carpet and all that.
stop flexing.
May 2nd. May 2nd.
Right.
But at the same time, my wife was literally like having my daughter like May 1st. So I was like, I can't make it.
Really?
And then the next
Terrence,
year,
really?
and then,
You couldn't make it. You couldn't make it.
A kid.
Come on.
my wife, she was like, look, I know you really want to go. I was like, you can go there, but you're gonna have to fly back before like I get induced. I was just like,
no shot.
That's too much pressure.
Five. I was like, 5.5 hours.
You're like, Infinity
Nah.
Infinity War, get yelled at for the rest of my life.
Or Infinity
Oh, bro,
War,
sure, hanging
my
over.
kid.
But it's cool because I actually because I'm still huge into Marvel, especially MCU, and Thanos is like probably my second all-time favorite like villain. I actually want to bet with my wife on naming my daughter Zoe after Gamora. Pretty much because we got so we didn't have the name picked out. I remember it was a late night. We were like upstairs drinking wine, and I was like, "Look, we don't have a name picked out, but let's play rock paper scissors. The winner, one game. All right, there might have been 2 or 3. I was like, but
it's got to be
winner,
2 out of 3.
Yeah, winner gets to choose the name. I won. I was like, Gamora, and she was like, instantly no. I was like,
Gamora Ross?
Yeah, I was like, Gamora, G. Ross. She was like, fuck no.
That's kind of
just like, right? And then I was like, I was like, how, you like Zoe? She was like, yeah, it's not bad. I can do that. I was like, Zoe. I don't care how you spell it.
That's it.
I don't care. Yeah, I got my little.
Is your wife into that stuff just as much as you? Or she just...
Not at all, and
She's
that's
like,
probably why I
Ross,
snuck. It's like a little win. I snuck it under her nose because she
win.
didn't know. A little win.
Have you ever told her? Does she know that it was named after? Oh, okay.
She knows now. It's
100%. It's too late now.
You know,
She's in kindergarten. It's too late to change it now.
Wait till it's on a certificate and then tell her.
Right? Yeah. Wait till it's like set in stone. It's like, oh, by the way,
I
I
was
caught
like,
you slipping.
Yeah, you know that's why. I probably she didn't catch on to it right when I said Gamora. I was like, okay, Zoe, because she knew the actress was, Gamora. She'd be like, no, fuck out of here. It's different name.
That's hysterical, dude. But yeah, so I was listening to that pod a little bit with you and Chris, and then I was like, oh, word. So at that time that I listened to it, we didn't even have our podcast started yet. Like it wasn't even a thought. We just had our Instagram page. We were low key, whatever. And then obviously fast forward to now. And so, I'm just on the page, and I was like, I saw someone had commented back to you, and I was like, wait, hold on. And I clicked on it. I was like, Terrence Ross just commented on our Invincible post. I was like, well, that's pretty cool.
Dude,
I love that show.
So,
I'm straight.
but before
he calls me, and he's like, "Yo, Terrence Ross is coming." I was like, "Oh shit!"
I wasn't that hype. I wasn't that hype.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were.
Hater.
Yeah, you were, bro. Yeah, you were. I was hyped too, bro. There's video proof of how hype I was.
Oh yeah, there is. It was on a stream. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool, dude. Because I was like, "Who's your favorite character?" You're like, Omniman. And then hold on, time out. So Eunice still hasn't watched it, so no spoilers.
I'm on episode 3.
How you not watched it?
Yo, how you watch? No. Time out. How do you watch 2 episodes and be like, okay, I'm not gonna watch anymore?
No. It's for a reason, all right? It's for a reason.
Because you're watching The Flash. You're watching The Flash week in, week out. That's embarrassing. That's just so.
That sounds like a very first year in college type thing to do. Watch The Flash, bro. That has no cursing, no nothing, and commercial breaks. Like I don't want to do that.
Commercial break.
Invincible is
100%. No, it's definitely
for big boys.
definitely yeah.
So
Like I remember, I was
come
starting
back.
the show. I was like, "Yo, it's so wholesome, so cool, it's coming of age," and then
wholesome.
he smashes his
but
head.
wholesome.
I'm just like,
Right.
bro, what the fuck is this?
Come here, baby. Good night.
Oh, God of the year.
It's Zoe. Is that
Gamora. It's Gamora.
Hi, Zoe.
Yes, I'm doing a podcast, baby. I'll call you soon, okay? Yes, I know, baby. It's you and me.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
that's awesome. Now that's wholesome. This is wholesome.
That's
wholesome.
Invincible
That's
is
wholesome.
not.
That's wholesome.
That's awesome.
But
Definitely
so
not.
let me just ask you something without spoiling anything. After seeing the finale, after this first season, Omni-Man still your favorite?
100%.
Wow.
That's why, like, that's what made him my favorite. Oh, bro.
Interesting.
I love it. I'm reading the comic now, actually.
I know. I started reading it too.
Yeah,
Yo, did you
it's
see
more
how
in depth.
much?
It's
how
shot by
little-
shot.
No, it's like
It
they
changed.
showed the whole like series, the Invincible series.
Yeah.
It was only like this much the first season.
Oh,
there's
there's
still
a
so
lot?
much story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
excited.
Oh, bro, no, like even the everything, maybe a few scenes in the backgrounds and images are changed,
Right, of
but
course.
for the most part, it is all the same. Like and that's why I loved about it because I was like, okay, thank God I watched the TV show
Yeah,
first.
if I read it first, I would have been
Because
tight.
it would have been, it would have been bad. But it's a little more in depth and there's a lot more to go through. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
definitely, if you
always,
haven't, I don't want to spoil it, but I would say one of my favorite scenes
It's when they all die.
is the subway scene at
nasty.
the end, bro.
Please record
because
your
you
reaction.
kind of
That's
Yeah. That's no.
Yes,
That's what he's
yes.
making. He's making his Twitch channel. He's gonna react to it. That's what's happening.
oh, bro, that scene was like I was like, oh, fuck, like this. It's intense.
sucked.
Even that first, but you did see the first episode.
I saw the
correct?
first 2 episodes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what did you think about the end of the first episode when
Yo,
Omni-Man just goes psycho?
It caught everybody. It caught me off guard, and the fact that like I was calling it wholesome 5 minutes before that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, it's so
like,
cool.
this is a good
I
story.
love that they did that. I love that.
wow.
It was
Still
so
a feel
like,
good
so,
story.
so genuine.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the way they
Bro.
keep doing the intro, like the how it cuts
It
out.
keeps getting.
Oh, I love it. Like
yeah.
mid-sentence,
It's
like
so
somebody's
creative.
always going to
Yeah.
say the word invincible in this show.
It's
Oh,
so creative.
and it gets like bloodier and bloodier every time.
Oh, bro, and the best part about it, like the cast is pretty stacked, bro, and they have a
Oh,
ton of
yeah.
other like actors who
Different.
played other superheroes and either
yeah.
DC or like because like Omni-Man is pretty much he
J.
played
Jonah Jameson, bro.
yeah, Jonah Jameson.
And
he
Jim
played,
Gordon.
Detective Gordon, and he played and then he played Jonah Jameson. So it's just crazy. And then it had who else?
So good.
It had
Was
had
it
Daniel
Sandra
Young.
Oh?
That-
Who's
Sandra
the guy
Oh.
from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? He was
Oh yes.
Mahershala Ali.
Yes,
he was
yes,
in it.
that's his name.
He's in it.
That
Shout out the GOAT, Seth
And then the guy
Rogen. He was
from
in it.
The Walking
Seth
Dead. is
Rogen.
in
Yep.
it.
Yeah, Stephen.
Yeah,
Stephen.
everybody is in it. He's in
Jan.
It's a
Yeah.
great. It's a great show.
Any
Yeah,
show
it's
that
great.
Seth Rogen touches, like it's crazy
yeah,
because
Seth
he
Rogen
produces
too, yeah.
this. He produces the show.
Yeah,
Terrence,
Wow.
what's your favorite comic book show? All right, give me your favorite comic book show of all time, and then your favorite show of all time.
comic
That's what
book
I'm
show?
curious about. I'll tell you mine
Really,
right
what do you
now.
mean comic book? Like
Superhero genre. Like it doesn't have to be based off of a
man.
comic book, but majority.
But
No,
just
it
right
has to
now.
be-
I mean, majority of them are.
I know
yeah.
majority of them are.
Okay, right now,
Like all time though, like you watching, you're just like, wow. Mine for me is Watchmen. Watchmen for me is number one still.
Watchmen's pretty good.
Oh,
That was
God.
Okay,
so
I haven't
good.
seen. I've seen the movie. I've read a little bit of the comics. I have not seen the TV show. and I
Dude,
heard it's
this
really
Bro,
good.
Just like
Bro.
so good.
It's good, right?
is
So
good.
And how
good.
long
You're
the
gonna-
episodes? Like
you'll-
an hour.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
it's 8
about-
episodes on
okay.
HBO. So check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. HBO. I have an HBO Max. Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
like I got it on right now. Like, what you
It's
talking
so
about?
I don't know. So I recently just started getting, maybe this past 6 months, have just started getting into, maybe like 4 months, gotten into anime.
Attack on Titan is what you're watching, right?
Yeah, and it's so much anime that it's like, and bro, it's. I think, in my opinion, just from what I've seen so far, I think anime might have like the best storytelling of just any genre.
Wow,
It's-
your market is
it's-
hype.
It is.
Yo, Terrence and me are
absolutely
connecting
unreal.
right now,
It is-
bro. I
it's
love it.
unreal. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, because at first I was just like the animation, the way they shoot things, that was kind of like it's just a little much, and then the subtitles, big barrier. But like when you get locked in,
Yeah.
like I started with Death
You're
Note,
locked.
and that's like if you guys don't watch anime, I recommend that you start with Death Note and then just go from there.
Death Note is good
because it's a classic already.
Yeah.
But outside of that, my favorite superhero I think would be right now is going to be One Punch Man.
Oh, nice. One Punch Man.
What?
One Punch Man is great. One Punch Man is hilarious.
It's 2 seasons out, right?
It's 2 seasons out, and I really wish there was like 4 or 5.
I think they're gonna
like
keep
that good.
They're gonna keep making it.
Yeah,
Like,
when did the last
like
season come out?
Like
I
last
wanna
year,
say-
no?
Yeah, like
Was it
last
last
year, or the year
year?
before that. I think 2019.
I
I think
finished
So
2019.
it's
in,
still
like, 2
fairly
days.
new then.
You got. I think it's been 2 years. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but
been out
no.
for longer, way longer than that.
no. I'm saying the second.
It's been out
the
for 2
second
years.
season.
It's been out
the
for
second season.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Second
No,
season.
it's.
Yeah.
I think right now that's my. It's
Wait, so
probably
which
my
ones have you
favorite
seen
superhero.
then?
Like
I can
animes?
recommend- Yeah. Animes. Yeah. 'Cause
So-
I'm an anime guy, so I can recommend you.
Okay,
some.
so I watched Death Note.
Fire.
I've seen the Demon Slayer.
Fire.
Um,
Some shits I never even heard.
Parasite.
Of.
What
Parasite.
is that?
Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite's good. Yep.
Y'all just knocking down animes. That's wild.
Jujutsu
Right,
Kaisen.
like-
Have you seen that?
You said what?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu
It's a new.
Kaisen?
No.
It's a new one now.
Okay.
It's so good. It's
good.
actually also on HBO Max. You can watch it on that.
HBO Max.
Yo, Mark was
Okay,
putting
cool.
me onto some volleyball anime joint.
What is it called?
Haiku.
Haiku?
IQ, bro.
Yo, I was
Easy.
like, yo, that shit is
Easy.
elite though. That shit is elite. I'm like, how can I be so
bro,
invested in a
you
volleyball anime
never
right
thought.
now?
That's why it's like they had the same thing for basketball. Like it is
Yeah,
weird. Like
they have a basketball one.
high school, and like what seems like in Japanese culture out there, that's like the epitome of like just it's like
Life.
the pinnacle of like life, bro. Like you have to realize like that before you go into it because it will
Yeah.
get very weird.
Because you're like, why are they taking
realize.
this
They're
so
like,
seriously?
yeah, you're thinking that people are like in their 20s and these kids are all like 17,
right.
16,
Like
and it's
going
just
through
like
going through it, like
going through
really
some
going
yeah, like
serious
through
girls,
it.
girls are like going crazy over like these basketball players, like looking at their muscle. Like it's just the weirdest. Like I'm like these are grown people acting like children, reading the
Yeah.
script, talking about
Yeah.
like this teenage boy's mind. It's just to me, I get caught up in that, and I have to like sometimes like bring myself. Okay, this is just how they get down over here. But
That's
I don't know. But
You
a lot
watch-
of it is good, bro.
Do you watch any
My
like
Hero-
American style anime? Like like Netflix has Castlevania and Voltron. Like
So I just started watching Castlevania, and I'm very intrigued by it because it's a
It's good.
dope ass Dracula story right now. And I'm
Hell
like maybe 2 episodes in right now, and I'm kind of like, oh shit, this is kind of like
it's like,
right
I
up my
never heard of
alley.
this
Yeah.
Dracula.
Brian put me onto that shit. That shit was
It's good.
fire.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
yo, this is good.
A new season just came out right now, so I got to get back
Yeah,
on.
this is the
you-
finale. It's
You
the
guys are a
finale.
bunch. You guys are a bunch of nerds.
Such
Bunch
nerds.
of-
But yo,
Oh,
Voltron?
bro. Watch Death Note. I ended up going full nerd.
Yeah, Death
I actually
Note.
like bought a Death Note. It's around here somewhere.
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
and
dude,
it comes with all the rules of it, all the Shimigami rules and all that other bullshit. So I'm just like,
I
Bullshit.
started Attack on Titan because like they put
oh,
me
sorry,
onto it.
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
that's
it's golden.
the one I was trying to think
Golden.
of. That which is I finished because season 4 just came out. Like the final
Yep.
season just came out, and it's finished by now, right? It
No,
has to
well,
be finished.
it's the first half of the season. The second half of the season is going to release later on.
Okay. So,
No spoilers,
so
please.
I don't
I'm on
want to
season
watch
2.
it until it's all the way done because I will get all the way through it
Oh,
in
you'll
like
get
2
lost
days.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought the video games. I bought Attack on
Oh,
Titan
wow.
1 and 2, beat both of them in like a week.
Damn.
Like I'm telling you, bro, Attack on Titan is dope. Shout out Levi.
Yo,
He's my
Levi,
favorite.
Scout.
Yo,
The Scouts. Oh my god,
Yo,
he's the best player on the
Brian-
game too. Does everything.
Yeah.
Yo,
Brian,
how do you
bro?
how do you binge
What?
all this shit and
So you're
still
sure?
average 15 points
showed him. I don't know if
a
you
game
can
for the
see.
season?
Because when you
What the fuck?
have to go to when you're on the road, right?
Oh, can you
And you're on
see
these
that?
week-long, 2-week-long road trips, I'm legit just
think you
in
highlighted
my
it.
hotel room in a bubble. So I couldn't go
Yeah.
anywhere. I'm in my room and sometimes we get to a hotel at like, let's say a normal day, we'll get there at around 3:00 in the afternoon. So we're just there from 3:00 till the next day we have to go to the arena, which is like
Right.
5:00 for me. So from 3:00 to 5:00 the next day, I have nothing but time. So I'm either
Lit.
playing video games or just binging stuff. So
Lit. Yeah, I'm gonna start same thing with him. Why he hasn't caught up to Invincible? That's what I'm gonna do with Attack. I'm gonna do reaction videos because Mark is like, yo,
Yeah.
Oh,
yo, he
yeah.
gave me like 10
I
episodes.
gave him a list. I gave him a list.
He's like,
of
these are the
react
ones.
to.
The fact that shit has like close to 10 episodes that are 9.9 out of 10 on
That's
IMDb.
wild.
Just says
That's wild.
Just says all you need to know. And like they had 3 or 4 like back
Within the
to
same
back
season.
to back to back. Like it was 9.9, 9.9, 10, 9.9. Insane.
And the one thing I realized about Attack on Titan when I started playing the video game
Mm-hmm.
is the fact that, bro, so it was it's a comic book.
Yeah.
The animated TV show is like only like not a quarter. It's like half of what is in the comic, because all the stuff that they're talking about, like the Shogun, like all that, the walls, this and that, they all have their own backstory, history, and everything. Because they're only giving you like the brief rundown at like
what you need
season
to
1,
know.
episode 1. Yeah. So like if you go back into like the comics, they'll have like just pages of just like, okay, this is how it started. This is where the wall came from. This is where these people came from. This is how it's structured.
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of get a sense of like, because I'm thinking, oh, it's just one big wall and it's a group of people. No, it's just like it's a ton of different walls and it's a ton of different like cities outside of it.
What?
Yeah, well, Maria.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, facts.
It's fucking
Yo,
wild.
shout
So,
out
like,
Eunice who watched it and didn't like it.
No way. You watched it and didn't like it?
So the first episode.
Wow.
Look at this.
oh, bro, you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
Terrence Ross leaves.
I'll start with Death Note. You're like the 4th person to recommend
okay.
Death Note to
Death Note.
a starting anime.
Because he's gonna watch episode 1 and be like, yo, this was ass.
But keep in mind with Death Note, it's not so much as like an action, fighting.
I don't
thing.
need
It's
storytelling.
like,
It's
okay,
straight
so this is
storytelling.
all like, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. Like it does
And an extra
not
plot twist.
stop.
Yeah.
And an extra plot twist. I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of see where Buddy was coming from when he was trying to do all that crazy shit, but it got to a point where he
it got
was
to a
like,
point
all
where
right.
you're wilding out now.
Yeah, I was like, your dad died. I was like, you
Wow.
voluntarily went to
Terrence
prison for
Ross.
like
Spoilers.
Oh,
Terrence Ross.
Yo, I'm not watching it now.
Yo.
It's a death note, bro. What did you think was gonna happen? Everybody lives. Somebody's gonna die. But nonetheless, you'll enjoy it.
That's awesome, man. Do any of your teammates sort of share the same thing with you? Like in terms of like anime and comics and all that stuff?
Cole Anthony. Not so much comics. We have a lot of like anime.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like
Cole Anthony's lit.
dude. It was.
I saw that.
Cole put me on to like he's the person that put me on to all of this. Like
Oh,
I
that
didn't watch
interview
anime until-
with him, that shit was dumb funny.
Yo, I want to say, I watched
That's
that
cool.
one post game interview. It's so funny. I was just dying.
Giant child. This big kid.
big
Big
kid.
kid. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's like
Yeah, that's how we see
NBA.
Eunice. Eunice is like a big kid. Like
Yeah.
dude talking about freshman in high school. Like, what are you talking about?
College,
right now?
college.
College. Excuse me.
Talking about,
my
he's
bad.
talking about, yeah, he's
High
getting ready
school.
for homecoming.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
But that is hysterical. But that's awesome, man. I'm glad. I did not expect you to like geek out like that, especially like with
bro,
anime.
big geek.
I
Yeah,
was
especially
like,
with anime. I didn't expect that at all.
It's taking over, bro. Like you got it. Like even
Yeah.
like Netflix.
It is.
Like a year ago, they didn't have like any anime on there. Now they have
And now
their
they're
own
own.
anime
Now they're
section.
making their
Dude,
own.
that's another.
Yeah, that's
thing.
what I'm saying.
That's another thing.
Yasuke, they just made
Right.
with Lakeith Shell.
Again,
Sheffield.
I remember back in high school, right? Like nobody used to talk about anime, and then Supreme Dream, when they started making their anime videos, and those started popping off, like everybody started to get really
He
into
is
like.
so
It's
funny.
weird. All the weird kids, not the weird kids, like when I went to
Yo.
school. If
The
you're
kids that
watching
got
anime,
bullied.
you were like, yeah, like one of
Yeah.
my best friends was like the weirdo kid. He used to watch Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and I just thought they were cartoons.
Naruto.
So he was like, no, those
Yeah.
are, they're anime. And I was just like, all right, cool. And then now, like, the wave is here where it's just like anime's the fucking shit now. And then now, like, all these people are coming out of the woodwork. It's like, yeah, that's all I watch is anime. Like, there's our masseuse on the team. She doesn't say 2 words to anybody. I was like in the training room saying like, does anybody else watch anime? And she's just like, yeah, I do. I was just like, oh, have you ever seen
This is the
and
first
this?
time I've heard you speak. What's going
Yeah,
on?
now she's like,
Terrence was like,
and
who said
now
that?
she texts me like this entire list of like every anime I needed to watch. So I'm
Yeah,
just
That's
like,
funny.
I'm working my way through it. There's our strength coach. He's like a big anime buff. He's seen like
That's so fucking
damn
dope.
near. He's like in his 30s and he's been watching anime since
Sorry,
he
that
was
was a camera
like
time.
14. So he's seen everything. So it's like we have a few people that really kind of helped me and put me on in like the right direction.
That's awesome, man.
fire.
That's
That-
wild.
It's
that's
cool, bro.
awesome.
That is fucking dope.
I
I never
liked
thought it
but-
was so relevant in like the NBA or like any like not relevant. Like I never thought it was prominent in like thought and like those.
They're
feelings.
real people too.
Well,
They're not just athletes.
Okay.
They're more than athletes.
Okay, my fault.
I walk and breathe just like you.
Exactly.
Like Terrence is like, basketball is my life. That's all I think about. Eat, sleep, breathe, basketball.
Isn't there a game on? Or is it?
At 9, Golden
9?
State, Memphis.
Win or die.
I'll watch
Terrence,
third quarter.
whoa, what you mean? Terrence, who you got winning the championship? And why is it the Los Angeles Lakers?
Shut up.
Nah, I heard what
it's
you had to
definitely
say.
not the Los
I
Angeles
heard what you
Lakers.
had to say. That's why I'm fed up.
It's not the Los Angeles Lakers, I'm going to tell you. They just had a play-in game to get to the playoffs. So, I don't know.
They dealt
LeBron
with
and
injuries
AD were
all
injured.
season.
And they're injured now, and they're playing through it. So I don't want to put too much pressure on those guys.
Terrence,
You know how many games they have
who's
to
the
play?
greatest of all time? Who's the greatest of all time?
Ooh.
And why is it LeBron James?
I would say it's LeBron and Jordan. They're the greatest of all time.
I like that answer.
It is
I
just
like that.
them.
I think
no
you
one's
gotta
ever
go by eras
restricted
now,
it.
man.
No one's
I
ever
think-
restricted
I
it to
think-
just one person. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
no, I think at
LeBron
the
and
end of
Jordan.
it, it would be LeBron. I think because if he wins another championship, then it's hard to deny if he just everywhere he goes, he wins championships.
Terrence is like, besides me, besides myself, LeBron afterwards is just
And
like
then,
insane.
I mean, Jordan was great. He won 6, and the way he did it was like
Two
unheard of,
repeats.
especially for a guard.
Insane.
Like it's hard to fathom still. But Jordan also he comes back, he plays for the Wizards, and he does great, but not like
no supporting help really either.
Yeah, and then no supporting help, but at the same time, he took some time off, and he was just his body was different at that stage.
Yeah, of course.
LeBron is a different story at this point in his career. He's fucking still a freak athlete, and it's gonna be that that for a little while longer.
So especially
But I don't
watching
know.
that Golden State Laker game, right? First of all, what a fantastic game! What
It
a
woke me
game
out
of
of my
basketball.
sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
You're gonna sleep at
Steph
that.
is a different monster, bro.
but
He's
like
fucking-
the reason I'm gonna ask this question is because to me, right? I never played basketball like that, right? I always just played with friends, like at the park, this and that. Never on a team, and obviously never professionally. But Terrence, what is it like? Because especially when the arena's packed, like how is that feeling? Like, because there's some of these guys, and obviously you could be including this, that just like, all right, bet I'm locking in. Like, what turns on? Like, what happens that the player's just like, nope, not happening. I'm about to just take over.
I mean, for me, I'm super chill. Like, I'm not super
He's like,
I'm
yo,
saying,
I
I'm
can't
a
wait for this
cross-market,
shit.
Just I'm super level headed, just kind of be out there chill. Unless I'm mad, but even when I'm mad, I'm more like mad at the refs and not the other team. But either way, I don't know. It's fun. I'll tell you, it's definitely fun. Being out there, and then for me, I know personally, I love when we're on the verge of a comeback or it's a close game. And the crowd's into it, and then you hit a shot, and then you get the reaction out of a crowd. Anytime you can give a reaction out of a crowd, it's
holy shit.
It's a different feeling. It gets especially in it. It's it's fun. It's fun. It's been times especially in playoffs moments. I think actually my first year in Toronto, not my first year, my second year we went to the playoffs for the first time in a long time. We were actually we had just traded one of our best players, Rudy Gay, and we got a shit ton of
Damn, that's when he got
role
traded to the
players
Spurs?
back. No, he got he got traded to the Kings, and then we got who we get back for that?
Kings.
We get John Salmons.
John Salmons, holy.
Yeah, John Salmons.
I remember playing that 2K. Okay.
Chuck Hayes, Patrick Patterson, and Graves Basket.
Trades are probably so weird, right? It's just you're in the locker room, you're like, oh, hey, new guy.
And when that happened, we were all it didn't feel like we were all getting down, but it was just fuck, this is us.
You gotta do, we gotta do what
we gotta do.
Yeah.
And then somehow we pulled together, led by Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. They put us on that track, and we kind of followed them, and they balled out, and we kind of backed them up. And next we was going to the playoffs, running out of that tunnel for the first time. And because just that last season, we got booed off the court a bunch of times for losing. So coming back out, when we ran onto the court, bro, because we run out with 21 on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
When we run out, there's already a full sold out stadium. Everybody's on their feet. like they were chanting, they were like rocking back and forth. They had a whole bunch of flags, bro. Like I was leading the tunnel out of the locker room. I fucking damn near was like, I wanted to cry. I was so goddamn happy. Like it was so much emotion.
Yeah,
like
that's awesome.
I was like physically drained before like tip off. Like I had used all my energy on the run out, the warm ups, trying to get focused. I was like fucking burnt. Yeah, I was just like, I literally was just like, I can't focus. I'm so fucking like emotional because it was just a lot, bro. It was crazy. Like the stadium was packed.
Yeah.
Like just getting to the I lived that, man. Right across the street. I lived right across the street. And it took me like 20 minutes just to cross the street. There were so many people in the streets. And just like, so it was wild. So I was just like, you can't recreate that feeling.
Bro, you lived in Canada. You lived in Canada.
It was wild.
Are you an American Canadian? Do you have Canadian citizenship?
I can apply for it because my wife is from Canada and my son was born there. So like, I can get dual citizenship, but that means I would have to buy a house out there and then pay all the taxes too, which I'm not really. I like it in Florida right now. So,
but like, how is that? Did you feel some sort of cultural change, like being here, right?
Oh yeah,
in the States. Go to Canada, and
really?
Obviously you're back in Florida. Well, I can imagine. Especially Toronto.
Like going to Toronto is like it's a melting pot. Like it's like the one question I got asked religiously every time I met somebody was like, "Oh, so where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from the States. I'm from And they'll be like, "Oh no, like where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, from California." Like, "Oh, but no, like where are your parents from?" It's like, "They're from California too."
They're trying to find your Canadian.
And I'm like, "All right, where are you from?" I was like, "Oh, I'm from here, but my dad's from Greece, my mom's from here, my dad's from this island." I'm just like, so everybody knew their heritage, knew the cultural like background. And for me, I'm just like, I'm American. I don't know much outside of that. So it was cool, bro. Like, and they had like different, like like Jamaican cats, like your Caribbean people. They had Europeans. They had Middle Eastern. They had all types of people out there. They had, and everybody vibed with each other. And it was so fun, bro.
Is that what Quavo meant then when he was like,
what?
What did he say again? What was that bar?
Shit,
Really
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I don't go to Canada, but I know a lot of things. So is he saying it like a Jamaican? So there's a big Jamaican crowd there?
So like, you know how like Drake's always doing that? Yeah, you know how like Drake's always doing that like Jamaican patois thing? It's because like everybody out there is like all his people that's around him are like Jamaican
Canadian, Jamaican,
Jamaican Canadian. And it's how like Chubbs, all his people, like his DJ Future, they're all Jamaican. Like I don't know if they're Jamaican, but that's a lot of people out there like Jamaican. So that's why he's always throwing that little, patois, Jamaican, Sean John vibe.
Quavo with the bars. Okay. I
and that's another thing. When I went, the biggest shock to me is when I went out to clubs in Toronto, and for the first like 90% of the club, it's just straight hip hop, trap music, drill music, all that, right? And then it gets to the point where it's like late in the night, maybe 45 minutes left. They just switch it to straight, like just Jamaican, just like reggae. Bro, people start twerking, start all this crazy shit, jumping off shit. It was wild. I was like, where am I right now? I feel like I'm in Jamaica right now.
Everyone's just whining. Like you're just like, oh,
everybody, all the Jamaican girl, all the freaking white girls, all the Asian chicks, like everybody was doing it. It was wild. I was like, this is crazy. You gotta lower the volume,
bro. We don't want wifey to hear. We don't want you getting in trouble.
Oh, man. He was right there with me with all that crazy shit going on.
Yo, that's awesome though. So then, you get to Miami and it's just like different vibe now, right?
Orlando.
He's like, not really. No. He's like, nope, same shit.
Well, yeah, Orlando's definitely different. It's like big town. And it's just like, it's not really a city. Like
it's a retirement. It's like one big retirement home. It's just a bunch of old people.
Everybody. You'll be surprised how many retired athletes live in my neighborhood. Like my next door neighbor is Johnny Damon.
What?
Crazy. Yeah.
What?
That's looking crazy.
Yeah, like our wives are super close and they bring the kids over and like they were just here for my daughter's birthday and
awesome.
All my wife, all her friends, their husbands are retired athletes. Like
damn. That's
legit. 3 of her friends, 2 of them play baseball. 1 of them played basketball.
And then David Beckham. And then David Beckham's on the block.
Essentially, I think that there's the biggest house I think it's like one of the biggest homes in North America. It's being built like right around the corner from me, and it's 90,000 square feet, and it's 4 stories
That's
high.
it?
It's 90,000, and it's all made of marble. They've been working on this house for like 10 years. It's like called like the House of Versailles. I think they made a documentary about it. The he's been building the house for like 10 years, bro. He's gone bankrupt trying to build this house. It's crazy.
What's the point? What's the point?
He has a basketball court in there, indoor swimming pool, like an ice rink in there.
You're like, bro, let me get to the layup line real quick. Like,
it's ridiculous. But the house is so big. It's like, imagine like a Ritz-Carlton under construction. So like half of it's done and half of it is like dirt.
One side looks nice and the other one's just like,
Exactly, bro. And it's just ridiculous.
That's different.
It's wild.
Oh,
Crazy.
yo, I'm going to Florida next week. I just realized.
Oh, nice. Where you staying? Where you going?
Miami.
Hey,
That's a whole different ballgame.
I'm hyped. I never been to Florida.
You've never been to Florida?
Nah.
Damn.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Wait, where are you guys at right now?
We're in New York.
New York, yeah.
I'm in Jersey.
So it's not like necessarily locked down over there, is it?
It's
is it open?
open. Everything's open.
What's your definition? Well, Florida definition of lockdown is so okay. That's what I'm gonna say. The New York version is a lot better than the Florida version.
You think?
Or maybe not. I could be wrong.
Florida doesn't have no restrictions.
There's no restrictions in Florida?
I mean, you still have to wear your mask most places, but like Universal just opened it up where like if you're outside, you don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then but I mean, just Universal's open. So that's, I mean, all the theme parks are open.
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Everything's pretty much open.
Yeah, I was in the city the other day and like everybody, like a lot of people still wearing masks. A lot of people still not, like they're not, but like it was fine because, and I was talking to this with one of my coworkers today. I was like, yo, I put it into perspective now, like even before the pandemic, right? There shouldn't have been that amount of people all in one area, like at one time, regardless. Because I'm just like, ugh. Like that's just way too many people. Just like, and not even like coronavirus, whatever. Right? It's just like, no thanks.
That's New York. Somebody just actually told me a ridiculous stat about New York. I gotta find it. But it's like ridiculous. It almost didn't sound real.
My thing is now when I go into the city, I don't see like there's certain groups, like a group of 3 or 4 here, a group of 4 or 5 there. But like that's like chill. Like I'm just like, okay, like that's fine.
Bro, you should see this shit.
Well, yeah, the part that I went to, right. I don't know about any other like part in New York.
Now that I'm like living there in the city, it's like
city boy now.
City boy, bro.
City boy.
Terrence, how often do you come to New York? Do you ever feel like you want to move here to New York?
Never.
Yeah, Nick.
No,
you're good, bro.
No,
Stay over
I would
there.
never. I mean, not that I would never want to. That I couldn't live there, but it's
a lot.
I mean, it's just a lot. It seems like it's a lot.
It's a hustle.
And I'm so used to having like my own elbow space out here. It's
Yeah,
like
I
a lot
feel
of
you.
room, and like that would be an adjustment to try to it's too much, especially not in Manhattan. I couldn't do it in Manhattan.
I feel like
That
you
would be
probably
just
like
so-
where we like more Westchester.
Yeah,
He definitely loves
County.
Westchester.
It's like 30
Love
minutes from the
Westchester.
city. It's just like, you know, it's just a county with.
He definitely like
Wait,
Westchester.
so where do they have the practice facility for the Knicks?
The
For the-
Knicks?
The Knicks, I think isn't. I thought it was all
It's
image.
oh no, they
It's
have,
it's not in the MSC.
it might be
Talk about House of
it might
Sports?
be in Westchester.
You talk about House of Sports?
No, it's what's that place called? Oh my god, I went there for like all my high school's
Oh,
basketball
the
games.
Westchester
It is in
Convention
Westchester.
Center.
Westchester-
It is in Westchester.
The convention
yeah.
center. Westchester Convention
Yes,
Center.
thank you.
It's in Westchester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is they need to lose, bro.
That's where the
Oh, so Terrence, get this. He's right. He's an engineer, so he's working around there, and they're supposed to be doing a job at MSG, and like, nope, playoff time. His job didn't consider the fact that the Knicks might actually be nice this season. They was like,
I mean,
nobody did.
did anybody? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
exactly.
They surprised a lot of people.
Nobody.
Nah,
I
they
mean,
did.
good for them.
Surprised
I feel like
a lot
it's
of
good
people.
for the league when they're actually
Why?
Just 'cause
They haven't been
Stop
good for a
hating.
long time. What are you talking about? They hasn't been good for the league.
No,
20 years.
I mean somewhat good. It's not like amazing. Oh my god, but it's like I'm not even a Knicks fan, so don't get twisted.
Damn.
I think it's good for the league when
It's
the
the
Lakers
thing-
win.
both. I think it's both.
I think it's good for the league when LeBron wins or Steph or one of the big time players who they can market to every outlet of the world.
But why?
That's when it's good for the game.
Why isn't it like, wait, the Knicks who haven't won anything since what, the 70s?
What do you so how do you think you're gonna market? You think it would be easier to market LeBron James winning a championship or Julius Randle?
Yo, put some respect. Put some respect on the most improved player of the year. Like, put some respect. Like, put some respect on D.
I'm not putting any disrespect on him. He's a phenomenal player, and he's having a great year.
I know what you mean. The face of the NBA is LeBron.
I get what he means.
Right.
Face of basketball right now is LeBron.
LeBron, Steph.
Both of them. Just
Luka also is like a worldwide.
The most watched basketball game since the Eastern Conference Finals or the Western Conference Finals has been, and that was in 2018, was this game a few nights ago or a couple nights ago with the Lakers versus Warriors game, the most watched game in the last 3 years.
Wasn't the least watched finals? Wasn't it last year's
in the
Lakers
bubble?
That's crazy.
Dude, how was that playing in the bubble? Or how was it just
boring,
being?
I hated it. Where is this? These guys. This is what they give us. I go week leaving the bubble. We get a little package from the NBA, and it's this. It's your pass that you needed in the bubble. I was like, bro, I'm about to throw this in the freaking lake. I don't ever want to see this again.
You need to talk to the HR department.
Yeah, it's framed in
right.
File a complaint.
The NBA restart,
that's funny.
I don't want to ever have to relive that.
But so how you feel about people calling it a Mickey Mouse ring for the Lakers? That's false, right? That's absolutely false because that's hard.
What do you mean by that? Like a Mickey Mouse ring?
They think that it's like the ring went undeserved.
An easy ring.
Oh, bro.
Why Mickey
Trolls,
Mouse?
right? Because it was in Disney.
I think it's trolls. They're gonna say it regardless, but I mean, bro. So we had to be in that fucking bubble for so long.
Y'all were there for
so long, bro. Thinking about if you was there and you went to the finals, you'd be in there, and it would just be y'all. At some
Lakers
point,
and Heat
it just got to two teams that were in the bubble for a really, really long time.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And they were in there for almost 2.5 months.
Not seeing your family, right?
Not seeing your family. Not the food.
You couldn't get DoorDash. You couldn't get DoorDash.
No, you can't get any of that.
Who got in trouble for that? Who got in trouble for that again?
Some kid from the Rockets, bro. No. Was it no? Some dude from the Rockets.
I think
it was a Rockets. It was a Rockets player. It was one of the younger.
Just literally, and I saw, and bro, I know where he walked over. He literally just walked past
Oh, so you snitched him out. You was the one that texted him
out. No.
We got a game with him tomorrow.
He walked in broad day. It was like walking out of a prison as a prisoner through the front door.
Kelly Oubre was the one that gave him the advice. He was like, "Yo, just get DoorDash." He got caught.
I mean, that was the big problem. But I mean, it was just, bro, we didn't get any, the food was imagine going to this a Disney park and you're getting Mickey Mouse pretzels and chicken fingers and barbecue sauce. That's the style of food we had. And we could only order room service after Rashawn Holmes. You can only order room service after 5 o'clock.
Damn.
So they only serve breakfast from 8 to 9. So if you miss that time, you can't eat until after 5.
That's
it's a fucking
that's
NBA.
awful.
But I can't order room service after my practice in the morning. Come on,
it's
bro.
Crazy.
It was ridiculous. I had to steal snacks out of these little game rooms and just hoard them in my fucking thing. And then people ordering so many Amazon packages that they told us to stop. So it was just it got really bad. So people can call it a Mickey Mouse thing, but it was a Mickey Mouse torture camp, and it was you're in there until you either
Mickey
win
Mouse
or you
basketball
lose.
torture camp.
It was fucking awful, bro.
Some teams were just do y'all want to just wrap this up now? We'll try again next year. Everybody's yep, let's do it.
We played Milwaukee, right? And remember, we were the AC. Milwaukee was number 1, and we had all of our guys hurt.
Yeah.
So it was an uphill battle.
That's why you was balling.
And we won the first game. So after we won that first game, we were pretty much just super tired. We lose the next 2, so it's our next 3, and it's 3-1. We're going into the last game, and then that's when the Bucks didn't walk out onto the court.
Oh, because of the protests and everything, right?
Yeah, because of the protests, and then the game stopped for a day or 2.
2 days.
And we were just like, we were all just like, we just need to finish this last game and get out of here. And then they don't show up for the game. And we were just like, oh. And then we had to go to that long meeting that we had between the players for like, we were in there for like 6 hours. And then that was like after the game that we should have played. And then it's just like,
but I feel
it was just so mentally draining.
Yeah.
Were you guys socially distanced
like,
in the meeting, or were you guys like all the, imagine like an NBA team just all in one, like, what is it?
Bro,
One room?
it was
different.
It was like 10 teams in this, like, imagine one giant lunchroom with just different sex and fashion.
School.
Just different. But like it was all the same. Like you had your player association presidents in the middle of the circle from regardless of teams. And then you had like all your popular kids in the front.
Class
like,
president, the popular kids.
Yeah, like Damian Lillard, your Donovan Mitchells, you had your Carmelos, you had your
student government.
Just the old, like the bigger name guys. And then you had, and it kind of just, drifts towards the back. And the funny thing was, so the first night we get there, when we were waiting to start the meeting, like we were waiting to start the meeting for like maybe 15, 20 minutes. And we were like, yo, what are we waiting for? Like everybody's just talking, like nobody's saying anything, like what the hell's going on? Turns out the Lakers were like 20 minutes late. And we're having the conference at their hotel.
We show up late, feel me?
And so I just remember we were like, wait, they're not here. And then we just remember seeing all these motherfuckers, LeBron, JaVale, AD, they all just kind of walked through
these
the door,
big motherfuckers, like
sit down in the back, and they just kind of just like, okay, let's start.
The cool kids.
That's wild. They showed up late to their own meeting.
Yo, isn't that kind of weird?
It was wild, bro. I wish.
Even in the NBA, where it's still, you guys are obviously the best of the best. Like, there's nothing higher than NBA. And there's still, like, divisions and sections to that. It's just like,
classism will never stop.
Right. It never will. It's no matter where you go. No matter where you go.
Yeah, you got your LeBrons, your Chris Paul. Like, I'm telling, like, the hierarchy goes, like, in the league when it comes to, like, years and just players, whatever. You got, like, your LeBron, who the older guys? I'm trying to think like the oldest guys. You got like your LeBron stuff. Yeah, but you got like your LeBrons, your Carmelos, your CP3s. What's another old head? Like your Udonis Haslem. You got like all them guys that were just super old. That was from the older era.
Yeah.
They're like the fucking big dog guys walking around. And then you got like your today's superstars, like your Giannis's and your Dames and your Donovan Mitchells and your Lucas and all that, right? And then you got like them. And then you got like, the guys that are the best players on their team, and you got that, and then it keeps going down and down and down. But I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's like it's a brotherhood for sure, but you got to think of it as like a big high school with you got your cool kids, your geeks, your fashion guys, your streamers, your old heads, your young guys, the teenagers, like it's a whole.
But that's the thing, man, and that's what I kind of like. And when I was I went over to your podcast, right, like, and I listened to the first episode, and because a lot of people, they just see you guys as athletes, right, just like, hey,
big time.
Just you play basketball, like that's all you do. It's like, but then especially after listening to that first episode where you were like, hey, I like to talk a little bit about everything. And I'm just like, that's dope. And that's why the reason why we started this podcast in the first place was, more comic book, talking about what we talked about earlier. But at the same time, last week, we did a review of J. Cole's album. We're like, let's change it up. There's no real news that broke out. There's nothing here. So, like, we listened through the album. Phenomenal, by the way. And can we just talk about the fact that Cole dropped the album and then just went to Africa to play basketball? The off season.
So dope how he did it. It was all planned. It was all planned. That's how they roll, bro. Everything's comes in. He goes over there right when he releases the album. Right. And now his album.
That was the definition of like, all right, I'm gonna drop some beat and head out.
That's crazy.
Like,
I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell this one.
And went to Africa. I was like, okay, cool. But that's the thing. It's nice. And like speaking with you now, like it's incredible. Like the personality that you have. Like we geeked out. We were just geeking out about like everything. So it's nice that you were able to start that platform with your boy, right? Stephen Madison.
Stephen Madison. Yep.
Yeah. So it's awesome, and I like the story that you told, how you guys met in the 7th grade, like playing basketball. His dad had recruited you for his team and this and that, and then years down the line, you guys start a podcast together. So it's
crazy.
It is.
Yeah, he actually is the one that like. I live in Florida, and I've always lived like since like maybe high school. That's like when all like me and my high school buddies kind of started going our own like separate routes. And so like now we don't really get to link up as much, and we usually just link up through like video games, party chats, like also like Discords, all that. So there's been times like bro, we'll spend hours just playing video games, just talking, just catching up, this and that. And then we always talking about, current events, like whatever's on the news, whatever's happening. So, he's always saying like, yo, we should start a podcast. Like we always talk about everything, so we might as well try.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm down, but it's fuck it, yeah, who cares? And then literally once this pandemic hit, that was like the perfect opportunity for us.
Yeah.
And then
Dope, yeah.
we're just bored as shit. And I was just like, you know what, let's just try it. And then now...
Right, you get into such intense conversations sometimes. Like you're like, yo, imagine we recorded this shit.
Yeah.
Imagine other people listen to what we had to say. And
that's the trick, though.
Do you right? And a lot of people
it's
think
not like that when you start.
No, that's exactly what I wanted to just ask you. Like, do you ever go back and listen to your previous episodes? You're like, yikes! Like,
oh, bro, I try not to. For that simple fact of just like trying not to cringe.
But it shows growth.
Like, it was
if
tough,
you're cringing, it shows growth. It means that you guys have progressed.
No, 100%. And for me, it's just like, with the first time even like we did, like we tried a few test trials. Like, let's just talk and let's just see how long it lasts, bro. Mm-hmm. We talked for like 6 minutes. The first 3 takes.
Oh my God.
It was just like,
I thought he was going to say 6 hours.
Like, we were like, no, like the first time was like 6 minutes, and it got to the point where we were just like,
so what do we?
It would get to that, and I was just like,
and that's your boy. Imagine that. That's your boy. Imagine talking to complete like us right now, right?
I'm still bad at it, bro.
I mean,
bro,
you could have fooled us
right now.
I'm quiet as fuck right now.
No. I'm good when I'm on somebody else's pod, but
when
I have people on my pod, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna ask? Like, I have all these questions I'm gonna ask, but like, I'm just like, for whatever reason, it just never goes the way I have it going in my mind.
Right.
And we're getting better at it, and we're getting, asking questions is the biggest thing. But it's just, it's a learning curve, bro. It's the trickiest thing, because I've always been the guy that's just, people ask me questions, so I don't really think about like anything other than just what I'm gonna say. Yeah. So it's just trying to get out of that is fucking tricky.
Yeah, but like we said earlier, it's more of a conversation, right? Like that's how I feel like a podcast should be. Like, I didn't want to sit here and be like, oh, like, how did it feel winning a slam dunk contest in your rookie year?
It's so easy to get like that, and that's why I'm just
I'm just like as much as I would love to hear that story, like, he probably doesn't want to talk about it. Like, he's probably when you won it, you probably were like, but first of all, that's a flex. Like, my son just
super flex.
He came into the league. Yo, you were probably dumb hype, right? You won that shit. You're like, yeah, I'm the man right now. I just want to slam.
I was shocked. I didn't think I was gonna do it.
I was like, nope, not at all. I was just like, oh shit,
I had no idea.
Lit. But
that's funny.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like we didn't want to sit here with you and just be question after question, and then you answer. It's a conversation. It's a laugh. We like to laugh. We love to just talk about whatever comes to mind. Going back and forth with people and like even sometimes I like even arguing with people. Not arguing, but just debating with people.
You're wrong. Debating is the best part, and my wife hates it because. Like, I'm in my, like, especially when I go to work, I'm just with all of my teammates.
Right.
And all we do is have debate after debate after debate after debate. It's all day.
That's why we started the page to begin with, though.
Exactly. I remember, so, like, when I come home, my wife, she's like, you need to calm down. Like, I'm just like, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Whatever. Like, it's literally all the time. Or she was like, I don't even care too much about what I was talking about. Like, you're taking it too far. I'm just like, okay, sorry. I just... trying to have some.
You call your boy back up just to continue the debate because you're just tight.
Yo, listen to what happened.
Right. That's just the competitive nature of men, I guess.
But that's how we started the page. That's how we started the page.
Yeah.
It's like, what movie's better? It's like, this movie's like, no. It's like, I'll tell you why this movie's better. Or it's like, I remember one question. There was this one question that Brian had asked where it was like, would you rather have Batman's money or Superman's powers?
Oh my God, we debated forever.
And it was legit like an hour-long debate.
I said, would you rather be Batman or Superman? And you said Batman. And I was like, yo, are you fucking dumb? You wouldn't want to be Superman?
Can we briefly touch up on this and kind of elaborate on why somebody would choose Batman?
Thank you.
Well,
Very true.
You
For
would
me-
have. Oh, go ahead, Mark. Yeah, talk your
for
shit,
me-
Mark. Talk your shit.
For me, it's like if you're Superman, you're outliving all of your relatives, all of your friends. Like that's gonna be sad
You're gonna be
as
sad,
hell,
bro.
That's pretty
Like
fire,
outliving. That's gonna be
bro. Fucking
fire.
live forever. Like what?
Yo,
That's
man, this
sick.
On
is
your- on
crazy,
your
man. This is
Omniman.
the
Get
18th
over
friend
it.
I've buried, man.
Dude,
This is
he
great.
chose Omniman.
Bro.
Like,
All right, but
No,
You'll be
I'm
fine,
not
bro.
saying. I'm not
You'll be
saying
fine.
it's wrong. I'm just saying, like for me, if I could just have Batman's money,
but you're super. You can get money. That
No,
was
you
my
can
Bro,
get
debate.
you
money.
could leave
There's no
Earth
doubt.
if you really wanted to, bro.
Why do you need money if you're like?
You
a
could
god?
leave
Live in
Earth.
the
That's
sun.
that's fucking insane.
Bro, I would choose Superman because just like trying to Superman's strength compared to Batman's money is like still like.
What about his
lopsided.
smarts?
Yeah, but to me,
He's
it's not
smarter
the
than
money. It's the
Superman.
But who are we
intelligence and
fighting?
the.
Who are we fighting?
It's not a
Like,
fight. We're not fighting anybody. It's just who would you rather be? I'm
Right.
saying I would rather be Superman. Like if I really
Like,
want
Batman's
to
like
be,
fucking depressed. Like I'm not
Like,
good.
when-
Okay,
you're
okay, yes,
Superman, you
yes.
don't need money, bro.
If I could take the Batman mental issues is bad. I'll give you that.
demons, yeah.
Yeah,
But bro,
he's been through it
I would,
all.
no. And Superman's like essentially a god. He just
Yeah,
can't
like-
create shit. He's a god though, essentially. Like if he goes and lives he can live in the sun. Like he can fly into the fucking sun and stay there. And then he just gets stronger and stronger the longer he's there. That's how you get Superman Prime, which he's just like this chromed
What a
out
beast.
Superman
Yeah,
god
what a
that's
beast.
Superman Prime is just-
indestructible. And you're choosing Batman, who eventually grows gray hair, bad back, night terrors, and he has a well, his
has to
son's pretty
train
cool.
a high school
Damien's
kid to
pretty
become
dope.
the new Batman.
Damien
He's fucking depressed. Like
Yo.
Yeah, he's just like
Okay,
he's
okay.
he's already lost everybody. So he's just gonna go through that sooner. I mean, it doesn't
parents died when he was a kid. Like you
Yo,
had,
y'all getting me tight. Stop talking.
matter. Hey, it's cool, but you could drive a nice car.
Drive a nice car
I
when
got
you want to
Alfred.
fly
I
over
got
that
Alfred.
nice car.
Like, yeah.
Yo, speaking of cars, is that a lamb truck in the back over there?
Yes, sir. My baby
Yes, sir.
yours.
That's the car for
He
you.
say,
Are you a
yeah.
car guy?
Actually, I got this car for my birthday.
Oh yeah, like the real car, right? Not that.
The real car, yeah. The life-size version. The one I drive.
That's
Yeah, they
crazy.
gave
He's
me
like-
this
he's like,
when I
actually-
got that one.
I could just press
Yeah.
it and it'll just turn into the real car.
That's
And-
This is actually the key for the one outside.
Oh, that's sick.
Yo, imagine.
You just
car,
place it on the
just turns on.
dashboard, and there you go.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
It's all
that's
3D
insane.
rendering.
That's cool. That's cool.
But hold on, guys. We're gonna go on a quick break because I want to grab another drink. But
Yeah,
stay
me too,
tuned, and
Yes.
we'll talk a little bit more afterwards. All right, y'all. So welcome back. We're still here with Terrence Ross. So what's it called?
Wait,
man,
yo, call him out.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
call
call
it
out.
out.
Hold on.
What?
I'm gonna call out
What did
Eunice.
I
I'm gonna
do?
call you out. Yo,
Yeah.
so I told Terrence, I was like, yo, so we're gonna get Terrence Ross on the podcast.
Oh
And
my
Eunice gets hype, right? So he's
OD
like,
hype.
yo, I'm gonna call him T Raw. Like, that's my
I-
boy T Raw. Look at his face.
I'm gonna spit the wine out.
That's not what I
You'd be
said.
surprised how many people call me that.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Eunice like, yo, you see, I was always a
y'all remember
public clip.
the rapper Tiger?
Tiger.
He's
Look-
come up T
Yo,
Raw.
hold on,
Everybody's
hold on,
called me
time
that for a
out.
while.
Wait, time out. Terrence, I put some respect on Tiger's name. Like he is still a formidable
last time?
rapper. Like young
What's
Money.
his last song?
Thank you.
What you
thank
mean?
Young Money. Is he the last?
Oh, his
artist
last
on
song
Young
is,
Money?
What is Deuces? He was featured,
Yo,
bro.
all I know is his last song. He probably shot it on a boat in Miami. So what does it matter?
Stop.
Somebody can shoot a song on a boat in Miami. What does that mean if it's good or not?
I'm just kidding.
Yo,
He got him.
Violated.
Hey,
got
I
him.
swear I
Terrence
cannot
got tight.
remember.
He's like,
I
yo.
just cannot remember anything from time. I just like he was cool
can't.
when I was in college. Like
Rack City, bitch, right? He was cool at Rack City,
There you
bitch.
go. Yeah, 2009,
Nah, Rack
2010,
City
like,
was
all
high
that.
He was
school.
featured on
Yeah.
Deuces by Chris Brown and whoever else
Then
was
we
on
never
that.
heard from him again.
Yep.
Broke up with his girl. She
false.
broke with him.
Make it
and then
nasty.
He got with Black China.
Making
After he got with
nasty.
Black China, it was just like
Nah, y'all need to put some respect. Terrence is just
No,
upset
stop,
that
stop.
Terrence is just upset that,
But Kylie,
T Raw was supposed to be your nickname. That's what it was.
Uh-huh.
I did not want it. I was like, that's not even.
What's one nickname that you guys like absolutely don't like?
For me,
Like yeah, for any of
individually?
you guys, yeah. Terrence, was there one for you that you're like, yeah, no, that cannot stick? Like Rents.
Cole Anthony calls me Sweet Tea. I fucking hate it.
I'm gonna call you that from now on.
Sweet
Tea.
tea. Sweet tea.
Sweet Tea.
Bang!
Sweet Tea all the time.
Please-
All the time.
Please change your IG handle to that.
I would never.
At Sweet
I'd rather.
Yo, they should
Hell
bring the
no.
nickname jerseys back, and then you can make your nickname jerseys.
Fudge.
Oh my
Fudge
god.
that.
Whatever those jerseys are kind of fresh though.
I know what
You know,
yours
like
is.
I never gave myself a nickname. Like people just
Tea.
always called me T Ross.
Junine.
No matter what.
Right.
It's always T Ross.
Ross,
People
yeah.
I never met call me T Ross.
T.
I'm like, what?
I know the first time I hit you up, I was like, Mr. Ross.
I was like, no, I've never. I was like, never. Nobody ever called me
Imagine
Mr.
from the
Ross.
jump, he's like, yo, don't call me that. He's like that's referring to Rick
Anything
and
with
Rick
that, yeah.
only. But like me, it's T Ross.
Not do it.
But I don't know. Yeah, I've my first. Oh, I want to see if you can pronounce my first name. So I go by Junior because I'm named after my dad, right? Or JB, just because it's easier. My first name is Mizraim.
Mizraim.
Oh, nice.
But you.
Bro,
Thumbs up.
You just said it. You
I
just
mean-
said it.
I mean,
but like some people
how do
still
you
fuck
pronounce
it
my
up.
name? My name's pronounced
Ah, yo,
Mizraim.
like good night.
all right, okay.
Can you
I
pronounce mine?
got a name for you. I got a name for
Ah,
you.
let's do it.
Matijana. How do you say that name?
Matijna.
That's your wife's name, right? That's your wife's name.
Matijana.
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 Is it right?
Not it. No.
No, why did you hate me up? Why'd you hate me up?
Matijna.
Hey, because that's close. Matija. Absolutely not.
Ah, damn it.
No.
Matihana?
Yo, you got it. You got it.
I knew the J was silent.
J was an
Matiana,
H.
Yeah, the J is pretty much
Matiana.
silent. Is it? So it's like.
Yo, so you don't even know how to
shit.
pronounce
You don't even know how to
it?
pronounce it. She's from
Bro, you don't
Serbia,
even
and no, I
know.
don't ever
You don't
call her
even know.
Matiana. I call
Oh,
her
sure.
like
Babe,
yeah,
right?
man. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
her
weird.
name
Whenever I
is
call my
Matiana.
girlfriend by
Never
her
heard that
name, she
before.
like kind of looks at me awkward. She's like, "What'd you just
Like,
call
what's
me?"
wrong?
You can't
I'm
do
like, "I
that.
called you by your name."
Like what's
Are we in a fight right now?
Are we right? It's like, are we arguing? But like when she does it, it's like, no, I'm not mad. But it's like, but you never call me by my name. It's like, but I'm not mad.
Nah, when she calls me Brian, I'm
flags.
like, damn.
Yeah.
What I do?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
Red flags.
Facts.
every time.
What's her favorite nickname? Like Mati?
She hates that one.
Oh.
And I call her that one all the time. But,
Matt.
everybody just calls her by her. She doesn't really have a nickname.
What is that? Where's it from?
Like her family. So she's from Croatia. Yeah, she was born in Croatia.
Dope.
Oh, that
But
explains
like
the
her
J.
mom called, like the J. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just kind of like silent. Yeah. But her mom and her sister, I think her brother, they call her Yana. Like, oh no, sorry, they call her Yana. Babe, is it Yano or Yana? They call her Yana, and I'm just like, oh, I get it, but I don't know. It was like this, like you always call somebody by a certain name, and then their family comes around and calls them something completely different, and it's just, that's
It's like, okay.
essentially what that was.
Have you learned any Croatian?
A little bit. I know I say like a few swear words.
Of course.
It's
I
always
know like
It's always the
words.
swear
like,
words.
Everyone
Why?
always starts with
that's
that.
more so because my teammates. I had a couple of my teammates are Yugoslavian too, so like she speaks the language and they speak the language. So like I pick up not even a lot, but I can tell when they're pissed or when they're crazy.
I remember that
yeah.
that time where I think the dude was speaking Italian to Kobe and like talking shit about his like Italian. He's
yeah.
like, oh, bet. He's like, bet. I'll show you my
Yeah.
language. I'll show you what language I speak and just
No,
fuck
that
you.
was Spanish. That was Spanish.
Oh, Spanish? Okay.
Scola. It was Luis Scola. I played with Luis Scola. It was actually one of my favorite teammates. But he was just talking this shit in Spanish. And then Kobe's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk that shit in Spanish too. And then I'm gonna bust your ass.
Bust your ass in basketball too.
Fucking psychopath.
Yeah, but that it's just a different like mentality. That's why it's like I thought he was doing the red wine twirl with the finger.
No,
He just
I
gets
got
some
some
shit
of
out
the
of
cork
it.
in there, bro.
He was like, ew, get the shit
Got a
out of
little bit of the
here.
cork. That's what I'm tasting.
That
Drinks
shit's
more.
good for you, bro.
Yeah, the cork. Yeah, that's why it's in there like that. That's why they put it like
I
that.
said,
Yo, y'all know that tequila with the worm? Have you ever ate the worm?
No,
Or, like, drank the worm?
I don't even know what that is.
Why not?
What the fuck?
It's a Mexican joint, yeah. I don't know the significance of it, but I heard like obviously the bacteria is
keep
done,
it.
like it's in alcohol. Like
Yeah, no, it's a old, no, I know exactly what it's an old tapeworm. And then and then the tapeworm's supposed to be dead by the time you drink it. But if it's not, then you're in deep shit.
But why?
Wait.
You had some of that tequila, didn't you, huh?
Yeah, I'm good.
You had some of that tequila,
I
didn't you?
had the tequila. I didn't have the worm.
But why? Can
Okay,
I ask
good.
why?
Okay.
Let's look it up. Let's
You
look
might
it
have the
up.
worm. You might
Oh
have
my God.
the worm's
Guys,
probably
oh my God, I feel
already.
I drank it like 3
You're
years
eating
ago.
too much. Yeah. I'm telling you, you're probably feeding that thing good.
That shit is
Dude,
probably
he's
fucking
got-
thick right now.
Yo,
I don't know what I'm
that's
talking about. I'm just fucking around. I don't know anything about a tequila and a worm, so
Uh-oh.
I don't want you guys to be afraid
Tequila.
about drinking.
No,
I
you're
didn't
you're
think
definitely
not.
telling the truth, and you're just like, oh
No,
shit, I got him
there's
mad
no
paranoid now.
If they were to put a tapeworm in there, they would no tapeworms in tequila. That would be like murder.
It's
Yeah.
it's not a worm. It's a larva.
That's
I'm good
better.
either. I'm
It's a
good
baby
either
worm.
way. I'm good either
It's
way.
a baby worm.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's
no
go.
shot.
The real story behind the tequila worm. So Terrence, are you mostly just a wine drinker, or do you occasionally?
Oh yeah. I don't. I've never finished a beer in my life, and
Wow.
I do not. I drink. If I go out and it's like a social thing, yeah, I'll have like some drinks. But no, like I can.
But like
I
mixed
can-
drinks, like not like beer.
Yeah,
like you
no.
said.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, it'll be like just.
What's your mixed drink go to?
Mixed drink go to.
Mixed
no.
drink. Unlikely.
Oh man, I like my favorite drink right now that I could get shit faced off of and feel like I'm great would be what is that shit? Crown Royal apple with apple juice. It tastes like apple juice.
Double the apple.
It does not like. I would have to keep that away from like my kids because like I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between like a normal apple juice and like a fucking spiked one because that shit right there is like I have legit drank half a bottle of Jack Daniels or like Crown by myself in 45 minutes just from drinking
With apple.
that just drinking the apple juice because it tastes so natural.
Wow.
Gotta
That's
try that out.
Dangerous.
That is dangerous.
I mean, the one I made over the weekend with the
Yo.
pineapple.
Oh yeah, that shit was good too. Terrence, have you ever played a game hungover? It doesn't have to be NBA. Just in general, was there one day where you were like, "Wow, this was the worst idea
terrible
I've
decision.
ever had"? I played a soccer game hungover once, and
Hungover?
it was the worst experience of my entire life. My head was throbbing.
Yeah, I'll actually give you a crazy story. I don't think I've ever told anybody,
Oh.
especially on a podcast. But this was rookie year, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Yo, the Raptors just like
all in college. I didn't drink. I didn't drink in high school. I didn't drink in college. I didn't do anything. Right. So I'm in Canada. My cousin is coming to live with me for like that first season. So he's flying out, and I had just like somebody had gave me like 2 Grey Goose bottles for like moving into my apartment. And it was like the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember picking him up and I was like, yo, I got Grey Goose bottles because I know he was a big Grey Goose fan. So I was like, hey, yo, I got 2 bottles. We can go back to the house. I'll drink with you. He's like, all right, bet. Bro, we played 2K. And mind you, I have no idea on how to drink or like what a mixed drink is or like I don't know. I have the same knowledge about drinking as like a child. So I take the bottle and I bring it over to me. I'm sitting down. I'm playing the game. It's a 2K game. And I just start chugging this thing, right? Like it's a Gatorade. And I was like, ooh, it tastes bad, but fuck it.
Oh,
So I'm
God.
like chugging it. Like it's water or something. Anytime I got remote, just even barely thirsty, I'm just like chugging it. Bro, I finished half the bottle at halftime of this
2K game.
10 minutes. It's 10 minutes, bro. Like 20 minutes go by. And the next thing you know, like I'm playing, I start getting like
your
hot.
eyes,
I
right?
get
Your
really
eyes are
hot. I'm start doing this, and next thing you know, I'm like, I start laying down. I was like, okay, I need to like lay down. And then once I lay down, I just remember getting dizzy, and just blacking out. And then I remember, and it's so funny. I remember I was it's like I had this girl coming over. Like the first time I had this shorty coming over to my crib. And I'm like, It's the daytime. I'm laying down. I was like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes. I'm getting dizzy. I lay down. I wake up. I'm in the living room. It's nighttime now. I'm completely like dizzy, disoriented, like nauseous to my stomach. I woke up because I had to vomit. I vomit. I literally puking like on my floor, this and that. Like I can't stop.
Didn't even make the bathroom.
And then I don't even remember any. I just remember waking up and like this chick was in my house and she was like helping me puke into a bucket. And I was like,
wow.
what the fuck? And I had no idea. And then I'm looking around. I was like, where the fuck is my cousin? He didn't drink half of it, but he drank like a quarter of it. So he's turned and he's like starting to get the spin. So he's sitting on the couch with one leg on the ground, one leg in the air, trying to like keep himself from like passing out. So I remember seeing him just like doing something weird. And then I ended up like, she was like, okay, you need to go get in the shower. And then I literally just don't remember anything else except like getting in the shower and just getting on the floor of the shower and just laying down and just trying to go to sleep. Cause I was just I was throwing up. I was hot. I was super hot. I was in like an ice cold shower.
Oh, so the water was like running.
So it's like running and it's ice cold. And then I just remember falling asleep in the shower and only waking up because the fucking drain, like a washcloth had went over the drain and water started to build up and it got like right to my nose on the side. And I like snuffed some water and I got up and I started like throwing up again and I moved the drain. And so it was the worst fucking experience of my life, bro. When I mean the worst, I mean the absolute fucking worst. I had no idea. And then this is not even the hangover, bro. So the next day I have a game.
Oh my God.
Right.
The next day I have a game. And I go to I go to shoot around in the morning. I'm just like, no, we had a late shoot around. So I'm thinking like earlier that day, I was like, maybe I can just sleep this off. And I'm just like having no idea what's coming for me. I'm still sick. I'm still nauseous.
Hangover.
Wait. Did your cousin ever drink before this? Or was he
Yes.
So he didn't help you?
He wasn't paying attention to me. We were playing the game and I'm just like, he's just thinking like, damn, okay, you got it. Like, you a big drinker. And just like gassing me. And not knowing this is my first time drinking, I pass out. I'm dying. And then the next day, I remember going to the arena maybe like 3-4 hours early. And I'm just like, I go up to my trainer. I was like, I think I got the flu or something. I feel sick. And he was just like, are you sure? I'm just like, I feel sick. I got food poisoning. I don't know what I told him.
Got food poisoning.
I told him something and he was like, yeah, just go home. And I didn't play that game. And I remember sitting in my bed, hungover as shit, watching my team play on the game. And I was like, I hope they don't think I'm like
so now we know
drunk or some shit. And that was like, it had to be like a super, super early. I can't remember what game it was, but I remember when that happened, I was like, I'll never drink again.
Damn.
And of course I did.
That's everyone after a bad night.
That
was a really bad
pain
night.
like that in my life. Like I felt like I felt like my brain was just like playing ping pong inside my skull all day long. It was the worst feeling.
And like the conscious, like the continuous nauseousness, and you're just like, oh my God, am I gonna throw up?
It's making my mouth water now, and I don't like the feeling of just me talking about it, and it's fucking terrible, bro.
All right, so let's end on a happier note. What is one, and we'll leave off with this. What is one of the best experiences that you've ever had
while drinking?
No, just in general. Like what's one thing that you're just like, wow, like this was what a day. I mean, obviously getting married, having kids, that's probably in the top 3, but besides that point.
Okay, let me think.
Is it top 3? He missed the Infinity War premiere.
He's like, yeah, that's true. Damn. Dude, I remember I almost didn't get tickets. Terrence, this is a funny story too, where I almost didn't get tickets for Endgame opening like weekend because like I woke up, the tickets went out, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll buy these in a little bit, taking my time, got out of bed, brushed my teeth, did my hair, getting ready for the day. And then when I go check Fandango, crashed, Adam crashed, everything was just crashing. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss opening weekend, aren't I?
I had to order first period. First period.
God, it went back up.
What did I do for the game? I ended up, my daughter was born. I had to wait like a week.
Did you get it spoiled?
No.
Lucky. I got Infinity War and Endgame spoiled for me.
Must be nice.
Well, I actually I was trying to figure out like what was happening. I pretty much, like my whole prediction, and it's so funny because I was on Chris's podcast talking about what I was thinking was going to happen in the movie, and I was pretty much right about everything that happened in the first movie. The second movie, it was a little harder. but I tried not to ruin it because I was like, I really want to be like, like I want to experience this the way you're supposed to. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but that first one was like, I knew everything that happened. The way what was happening, it was amazing. I surprised myself.
Yeah, we're missing a member here, Ariel, and he doesn't watch any trailers. Like he doesn't watch any movie trailers because he wants to go in like yo, I don't know shit.
I don't know how he does that.
No expectations.
But like I'm just like when the trailer comes out, I'm just like, oh, I have to watch it, don't I? Like it's just
I can't hold back.
It's like
so. I remember like two years ago, I was it was longer than 2 years ago. This is maybe 4 years ago now. I went to the MCU studios because I had a good friend that was like one of the execs over there.
Stop.
So I got to go. Yeah, I went to the studios. Like, it's like in Burbank. It's like in the valley. So I went out there. It was super dope. Like the entire studio is like, you would think it's like way bigger than what it's a big property still, but like. It was crazy when I went in. They had like the offices. They had all the Iron Man suits. Like every hallway they had just had like just bookcases on the side of just like any comic you could ever think of, and it was just like all the
you
way
were in like
down
heaven, right?
Like,
you're like wow.
Yeah, bro. And so like their offices wasn't like it had the layout of like just one big like square like corridor that just kind of like there's a like a little courtyard in the middle of the building. And then it was just pretty much like, just like a box with like just 4 squares and you can walk all around. And each side, each like wall, not wall, but each like walkway had like some studio, like some, studios. And they were all in charge of like each individual movie. Like every movie had every office had its own like division to take care of. So I went in there and they let me watch. They let me see like they let me saw like 10 minutes of I think Thanos showing up on Titan when he like finally this is like I think a year before Infinity Wars came out. They let me see like 5 minutes of like the movie, bro. So it was like the most unreal thing. And then after that, they let me see like a few minutes of like Black Panther before he came out.
Wow. And
then they let me see and then they were like, and this is where we're working on Thor Ragnarok. I was just like, Thor, what? And it's like, yeah, just coming down the line. I was just like, amazing. Damn. So now, like, I have a pretty good relationship with like some people out there. So I
assume you had to sign like an NDA right before you went in there.
No.
Wow,
bro, this is off the street.
Like, yo, Thanos just murks everyone. Like it's dope.
The dude I was with, we were just walking around. He was like, "What's in here?" He's like, "Let me look." Oh yeah, y'all can come in here. And so it was just like, oh yeah, it was just. I remember I saw like the writers.
But he probably trusted you enough to like be like, you're not gonna be a dickhead about it, right?
Who was gonna believe me? I was like, I would have to like literally run into him like, Thanos shows up on Titan. He kills Iron Man. It's a great movie. Like, nobody would have believed me, but either way, it was a dope experience, bro.
That's
super dope.
Awesome.
And then I went to DC the next day, so it was super dope.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because they're in Burbank too, like Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yo, Terrence, I want to leave off with this, and I'm very curious.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Snyder Cut?
It was. I'll say this. Let's just say in the world of comic book movies, you have, to me, the number one is Infinity War, then it goes Endgame, and then it goes like Captain America, or no, it goes Black Panther, Captain America, and then honestly, I would say I would put at 3 Snyder Cut.
Oh wow!
Because
so it's up there
for me as a comic book fan.
Yeah, you just.
Batman and Joker are my number one. I love Marvel more in all, but Joker, Batman, all-time favorite duo of comic books. Like the reason why I even watch comic book anything.
Yeah.
And then understanding all the characters, the backstory, and then seeing that 4-hour movie, that like it almost makes you wonder. It's like, why would y'all even put out that cut that y'all would like? It was just like you leave people confused. Things didn't add up. You had to change a whole bunch of scenes. Like the way they made it, like even like Steppenwolf was super dope. and the only thing that hurt. Oh, you're a hater.
In the
Hater.
original.
The original sucks.
Oh,
In the original.
No.
Right,
Steppenwolf
right.
and Snyder's cut was like
Way better.
oh,
Way
this
better.
is badass.
He means
but
business.
then everything was dope. And then like of course seeing Darkseid was like, yeah. I mean, it only sucks because like the way we got introduced to Thanos was over a 10-year period, and it was like just like a slow drip, so you can't recreate that. But like seeing Darkseid and him walking like this, and seeing the laser beams, and seeing just like his whole crew. Yeah. That like I had so much appreciation for that,
like,
and it sucks because I wanted to see Spider-Man. I want to see Superman and Batman and all of them take on Darkseid and actually have a fight because like
and when I saw that scene, I was like, yo, we're getting it popping right now. I was like lit.
Yeah.
And then even though we didn't get it, we still got another iconic scene. Like
wait, don't say it.
Of him fighting I
want to know what's your favorite scene in the Snyder Cut. Favorite scene.
I don't even know mine.
I know mine by far.
I know mine.
Nah, I know mine. Yep.
I would say getting introduced. The Darkseid scene where he gets where Diana starts telling the whole story, and then they show him.
Oh, the history lesson. The history lesson was tough.
The history lesson was tough. Like that just because you got to see like the laser beams coming out of his eye, or whatever fucking Omega beams, whatever the fuck he shoots. Yeah. And then seeing him actually fight the Amazonians and the humans, and then seeing some of the Green Lanterns.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That to me was like it was good.
It's ripped off like a comic book page. That's how I felt throughout the whole movie. I'm just like, wow, I'm just like reading a comic book right now because like the way Zack
Martian Manhunter. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, Martian Manhunter.
That was a good one. But for the most part, no. It was anything with Darkseid.
Flash running back in time was
the Flash scene to me was just like wow,
insane.
Flash running back,
and it had nothing to do with even like Lois is the key. She wasn't the key to shit. In either movies.
She's the key in the future though. That's the reason.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
But this is why I'm the only thing I hate about the fact that they even released this is the fact that there's not going to be any follow-up because even with that movie there was so much more room. Yeah, like now they got to see because for me, for a brief second when I saw Darkseid and that he was actually going to be in the movie, I thought they were going to take like y'all remember when Batman had to fight well, they were all going to go fight Darkseid to get Damian Wayne from Thanos from Darkseid. And so they had to take Bruce to get like that Hellbat suit that he puts on. He looks like fucking Iron Man with and he has this shit. But the thing was like the suit kills him the longer he wears it. So him going into fighting Darkseid.
Right? That was Dark Metals.
So I was just any part of that. They even showed just Damian, just any of that, just anything that could have led to that moment, like would have been it would have been crippling for me because that was like the best part. That's like one of my favorite,
I feel like
story
reading
arcs.
comics right now. I feel like just like opening shit and wow, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, get into it,
dude. We can't thank you enough, man. This was just such an incredible conversation. We need to have you, your co-host come on.
Yeah,
and
for sure, bro.
And
just let us know. We'll have you guys on ours too because we always looking for people.
Yeah,
come on and chop it up.
That'd be awesome. And Chris too. Yeah. Like we got to get Chris involved to get him back into the game. But yeah, man, we really appreciate it. You're a friend of the podcast for life. So whenever if you want to just hit us, be like, yo, I'm bored. Let's talk. Just hit us up and we'll set up another day.
It will happen. It will happen. I promise you.
So make sure to go check out Terrence Ross's podcast, T Ross podcast, right? That's what it's called.
Yep, the T Ross podcast. You can check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the same handle. We have an episode come out once a week, so yeah, man, check us out.
And if you don't watch basketball, we'll get started. Start watching some basketball. Basketball's great.
All right. Yes, sir.
But yeah, we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.